Hello and welcome to the W.D. Gann Astro Trading Course, Series 1, Part 1, Introduction. My name is B.A. from the Wheels in the Sky group, and going to be going over the basics of why this series is so important to those that want to understand the true methods of W.D. Gann. We have here W.D. Gann's actual natal chart. He was born in Lufkin, Texas at 10:32 a.m. on June 6, 1878. This was obtained from Masons. W.D. Gann was a Mason. Okay, he was also a famous trader. He wrote books, many of which we have at wheelsinthesky.com. Throughout his writings there are many astrological references. These astrological references, combined with his incredible trading records, have lured many traditional astrologers. This also presents a problem, as W.D. Gann was not using traditional astrology. Gann was using something I call Astrolonomy, which is a fusion of astrology and astronomy. Envision astrology on your left hand, and envision astronomy on your right hand. Now slap the two together. This combination I call Astrolonomy. Without the Astrolonomy background, many astrologers are ill-equipped in the field. Within this series, we will be exploring this fusion, the Astrolonomy, in order to give you the proper background to achieve success within the field. If you go to a bookstore, purchase astrology books, you will find them of little value in this field. Jupiter in the 5th house will not turn a market, but Jupiter in aspect to Saturn transiting will. It is these type of distinctions that will eventually lead to your success within the field. On the other side of the token, personal astrology can be of great use to the trader. I want to quote to you from this is coming from W.D. Gann. It's from page 35 of Wall Street Stock Selector. It's entitled, When a Man's Trend Changes. Man's seasonal trend changes just as the market, and he has had good and bad cycles. By keeping a record of your own trade, you can determine when your trend is changing one way or the other. I have been able to make as many as 200 consecutive trades without a loss. When I started the campaign, I did not believe I could make 50 trades without a loss. But I did continue to make perfect trades and close every trade with a profit until I had made 200 trades. This run of luck, or uptrend, that I was in had run for some time. If I had no way to forecast it, what sign should I watch to tell when the tide had turned against me, and I should get out and wait? The first indication that something was wrong was the first trade I had a loss. I remember that it was a small loss, around $100. On the next trade I had a loss of over $500. This showed that my trend was changing and turned against me, whether due to bad judgment, ill health, tired nerves, or other causes. If I had been wise, I would have quit and kept all my profits. I made the third trade, as most traders do when in the market on a larger scale. This trade soon showed a loss of $5,000. I did not take the loss quickly. The result was that I continued to make a series of losses until the banks closed in November 1907, and I could not get any more money out of the banks. I was forced to close out all of my commitments with my brokers and take a big loss because I was bucking my own trend. My period of good luck had run out, and I was trading in a period which should have been for rest, recreation, and gaining knowledge, instead of trying to make more money, which I did not need. The banks were unable to pay currency for several months, and I could not get any money to speculate with. I put in my time studying and figuring on the market and found out what caused my mistake and losses. I started trading again in the spring of 1908. Okay, so if you go back, and it's go back and it says, my period of good luck had run out, and I was trading in a period which should have been for rest, recreation, and gaining knowledge, instead of trying to make money. Now, let's take a look at this. These are the transiting planets around W.D. Gann's natal. As you can see here, Saturn in the winter of 1908, this is set for February 10, 1908, Saturn is approaching the natal position. Okay, this is ominous. This is ominous, and as the days go forward in this, you can see Saturn getting closer and closer. I've worked with many traders for many years, and the Saturn conjunction, which is what's occurring here, the opposition and the squares, also known as quadratures, are time periods, like Gann said, for rest, recreation, and gaining knowledge instead of trying to make money, which I did not need. I've seen many traders lose a lot of money through these periods, and I myself personally do absolutely not trade through them. It's very decisive. In one of the world's best traders, like he said, he was up 200 trades. One of the world's best traders couldn't trade through these time periods. So my point in this is not to get you in necessarily to astrology, but to let you know that personal astrology does have a use in markets. Okay, and I've worked with hundreds of traders all over the world in timing this, and I've seen their reports on their good trades and bad trades and stuff. This is a very, very bad time period, as Gann explained to you. Okay, and that's important, because if you know that this time period is coming up, you can avoid it. Okay, you can avoid taking major losses. Okay, so there is merit to the trader that learns personal astrology as well. The main goal of the market analyst is timing. A stock has been rising for a couple of weeks. Where's the top? A commodity has been moving sideways. When will it break out of this trading zone? When will a trend channel be broken? Enter Astrolonomy. Okay, enter Astrolonomy, and we'll be taking this series is for beginners, but we're going to be taking a hardcore look at some of the key principles, and I'm going to try and move you through as much information as I can to give you a solid footing, to give you a background in this field. Okay, and the best way that I know to do that is to begin by breaking these up into what we'll call parts and different series. The next in this series, which is part 2, is planetary revolutions and cycles. Planetary revolutions and cycles. I'll see you there. Thanks for tuning in.